Wherever you may be in the world, thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Excuse this, man. I don't know why I'm hoarse, but I am. But praise God, it's passing. It won't be here long. No, I ain't gonna be here long, buddy. My thoughts on the, Diddy got convicted of some crimes that a lot of people are guilty of. See, it's a felony now to fly a person in for sex. That's a felony. Look at the entertainers, the athletes, the politicians, the rich people, the poor people. That's guilty of that, man. I mean, think about it. Think about it, man. The amount of people that are now guilty if they flying somebody in for some sex. That's a felony. That touches a whole lot of folk. More than just Diddy is touched with that, ladies and gentlemen. That touched a whole lot of folk. It's a whole lot of folk now doing some second guessing because they guilty. They guilty. And a lot of them that are passing judgment are just as guilty. Just as guilty. See, so before you jump the gun and you start throwing stones, are you guilty? Are you guilty? See, that's the question that needs to be asked. Are you guilty? See, because, everybody got their isms in their closet. Let me say that again. Everybody got their isms in their closet. Everybody got some isms in their closet. I don't care who you are. You got some isms. So stop playing this holier than thou bullshit, because that's all it is. Some bullshit. And that gets revealed somewhere down the line. Lie gets you in the door, but it can't keep you in there. Trickery, deceit, deception will get you in the door, but it can't keep you in. There are plenty of people that's done trick their way into something, and to find out, then they can't. They're not qualified. They can't handle the pressure. And when they can't handle the pressure, they start striking out. Innocent people get hurt. So don't just wait a second, man, before you decide you want to jump off and do some stuff that later you'll end up regretting. Just wait for a minute, okay? All right. And let me tell you about Diddy. See, you would hope that he has had an awakening. You would hope that he has had an awakening. Out of all of this, something would change. You would hope something would change. And see, you when you take stuff for granted, like he did in jail, like he run the joint. They showed him you don't run this. We run this, not you. Okay, and that little stunt, and I'm gonna call it a stunt that he did. He wasn't on his knees praying when he was freaking. You wasn't praying then. You wasn't on your knees. Well, you might have been on your knees. When they talk about you, boy, you shoot. The only thing you got left is a book. That's all you got left is a book. Cause they done totally just put you out there. I mean, and you know what, man, I bet you somewhere on some corner, some dealer got that Diddy. They got a drug named after him, buddy. I bet you you go, man, I got that Diddy. Got that Diddy. You can't imagine how many nicknames Diddy done came up with for some stuff. They oh man, they got him branded, man. They got him branded. Where can he go? What can he do? Nothing. They got him branded. I mean, you can't get no worse than what the way he been treated. And you had to ask yourself, was he responsible for any of that? Probably was responsible. I'm pretty sure. But it now goes far beyond him. The stuff that he has been convicted of now sets a precedent for anybody, not just Diddy, anybody. You think some of these politicians ain't flew in no sex from somebody? You think these athletes and these entertainers ain't flew in somebody for some sex? That puts a big chunk into the groupie thing now. See, that's what has rocked the boat of the groupies. So you can't that stuff you doing now it's wrong. You know it's wrong. Now what you gonna do? Now you know it's wrong. Now what you gonna do? And if you've been doing, what's the statute of limitations on it? That's the next question. If you are guilty, what's the statute of limitations? If there are any. See, so that's the kind of stuff that you got to look and wonder and see. No, it's a whole lot of people right now, they breaking the law because they flying somebody in for some good times. For some good times. And it's understood. This is a transaction we got going here. That's now a felony. As a result of P. Diddy, it's now a felony. And Cassie is not guilty. Is not innocent, I should say. She's not innocent. Not the least bit. She innocent. I know she's a woman. I know that she was probably mistreated, but some of that stuff she brought on herself. She really did. She brought some of that on herself. And you know, it's time that people stop cuddling this kind of behavior. That's what's wrong with our community. We cuddle too much bullshit. And then when somebody want to call it out, you know, they're Uncle Tom. You know, they work for the white man. Just because they, you know, call out what they see. And I'm just saying, we you know, like now in DC, they've all of a sudden started these rash robberies. We only hurting ourselves. Yeah, you might get a few dollars for now, but look at the reputation you're creating. Now don't nobody want to be around you because you chasing everybody away. That's all they doing. And them dumb fucks too stupid to realize all they doing is chasing people away. And ain't much you can do in DC that ain't on camera. Let me say that shit again. Especially in Georgetown. Ain't too much you gonna do over there that ain't already on camera. They got cameras everywhere. So you think you coming in DC, you gonna get away with some shit. You gonna get a surprise. You ain't getting away with shit. You know, so get that out your mind. Get that out. When you cross into the District of Columbia, buddy, Big Brother is watching you. And you can cool believe one day they closed the park for some reason and opened it back up, and I saw this white guy. He had this pretty Asian girl with him, and I said, "Man, you know you ain't supposed to be in here." He said, "Man, he's done. I'm cool. I'm cool, Truth." He said, "I'm just gonna run in here with her. I want to show her something, and then I'm coming out." Well, about 10 minutes later, one of the Secret Service officers came up. He said, "Don, have you seen this guy?" And I bust out and started laughing. He said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Just took a selfie with him. I saw him go in there. I haven't seen him come out." He said, "We looking for him. Because his car is parked around. He ain't supposed to be down here." Ain't too much you gonna do in DC that somebody don't know. That's just the reality of the matter. Okay? And like I said, you know, pay attention to the presidents this verdict has set. Because it's going to touch a lot of people, especially in that entertainment industry. Okay? And not just him. It won't be just him that's affected by this. Athletes. So somebody bitter want to strike back. All they got to do is say, "Man, you flew me across the border for sex. That's a felony." That's a felony, man. That's a felony. That's a felony. And a lot of people, you know, young and old, been affected by that. That got to rethink that. There a lot of people got to rethink that relationship. Cause now, you know, and who him and Cassie were together 10 years. 10 years they were together. So a lot of people, rich, old, young, touched by, no, they can't fly their poo and they ain't in no more. Or they dick, or whatever they want, whatever they looking for. They can't fly it in no more. They can't cross the straight border. I guess if you stay in one place, you cool. Yeah, you keep that stuff in one place, you might be all right. But when you start crossing over borders and going into different states, that's when the trouble begins. Okay? So I mean, it's gonna like I say, it's gonna touch a lot of people, man. Gonna touch a lot of people. Gonna touch a lot of people, and half of them people that's persecuting him are guilty of the same thing. Just ain't nobody found out about it. That's all. Look at Fannie Willis. Look at she blew a case of a lifetime over some dick. She did. She worse than Diddy. she worse than Diddy. I ain't lying. She blew a case of a lifetime over some dick. She couldn't wait. She couldn't put it aside. See, that power. Whatever he did to her, boy, it must have put a new wrinkle in her brain. something altered, because she ain't been the same. She ain't been the same. Whatever he gave to her, whatever he doing, whatever he's still doing to her, she ain't the same. I ain't lying. And that shows you that get back to the power of that sex. That shows you right there what the Diddy trial, beside the freak show, showed you is how the power of sex. It is nothing to be played with. Let me say that again. When it comes down to that sex, it ain't nothing to be played with, man. Play with it if you want to. You get your feelings hurt real quick. Real quick. You get your feelings hurt. Play with it. Play with it. You get your feelings hurt. Then you'll be bitter because you got your feelings hurt. Because somebody called you out. Somebody didn't fall for your gimmick. And now you bitter because your gimmick didn't work. And this is one of the problems we got among ourselves right now, man. Got too many people out here with too many damn gimmicks. They won't come at you straight up and down. They got to have a gimmick to get your attention. They can't be creative enough to get your attention without a gimmick. Something that ain't even real. Like some of these gals walking around, fake booty, fake eyes, fake eyelashes, fake nails, fake boobs, fake everything. And they looking for a real man. How your fake ass how you gonna find something real as fake as you are? You're not even comfortable with your own self. And you talking about you looking for a real man. Get going, girl. Real man come up in your life, you turn you upside down. You wouldn't know what to do. You trying to get me for my money. What's going on, Nicole? You trying to buy me. Now that's all you trying to do. And see, in the Bible say that wherever a man's heart is, that's where you're gonna find his money. Let me say that again, ladies. Okay? The Bible say wherever a man's heart is, there his money is also. And you too dumb talking about he trying to buy you. And the man showing you, man, you got my money, girl. This where my heart is. You getting my money. It's where my heart is. Not where my dick is, it's where my heart is. My dick could be in 2-3 different places, but my heart is where my money is. And y'all act like y'all don't even see that. Y'all don't understand that. And then, see, this is another thing that freak off with Diddy showed was, I don't care how much money you claim you have, you still can be insecure. Oh, let me say that again. See, that's another thing that came out. No matter how much money that you have, look how insecure that man was. And he walking around talking about he's a billionaire and flying private. And look how insecure he was. And you think that stuff gonna fly? Come on, man. Come on. But they can't be but so hard on him, because they got to look out for their friends and families that might be guilty of the same thing. So if something should happen to them, well, they're gonna use Diddy as the presidents. See, so they went easy on him. You know, he didn't have to share the brunt of a whole bunch of time. You know, but he will be supervised for a lengthy while. But when we talk about the actual jail time, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. I really would. Because like I said, it ain't about him. Because see, that same one, some of the same people that's making this decision, they guilty of the same thing. It just ain't came out. See, ain't nobody put no spotlight on it. But what happens when somebody put a spotlight on it? You see, so they all, this is the president's. And like I said, you know, I understand, yeah, I understand the power of money, but they need to hold that girl, Cassie, accountable as well. She did play a part. She had a part to play in that. You know, I understand that you know, things went south, but you know, when it was good for you. You wasn't complaining. See, so you know, just when you wasn't it no more, was when all this stuff started. So again, and see, you know, this is like, if you standing on the outside looking in, then why is that a relationship you be trying to pursue? When you're aware of all of these things that are going on. And it's some things that you aren't comfortable with. But yet you're accepting them. Something ain't right. Something is not right. There has to be some accountability in there somewhere. There has to be some accountability. And see, and here's the problem. You got a lot of people who are rock hard stubborn, won't listen, Can't tell them nothing. Then when the shit hit the fan, they want to fall down on their knees when the shit hit the fan. But before you even started the shit, you wasn't on your knees. Because if you was, you wouldn't even started it. And to think that God is going to just be there because you fall down on your knees, think about that for a minute. We've been trying to talk to you all along and you haven't listened. That's why you're where you are. And now that you need him, you expect for God to be there. And if he's not, you want to blame him and not yourself? Because you the one that didn't spend no time. You the one that didn't want to take no time. I ain't talking about going to church. I'm like, man, just sit down, sit still, and, well, what are you thankful for? You know, because and listen, let me tell you something. People better start getting used to some tough times because they coming. And all this bitterness and angry and fight, man, cut that shit out. Because your survival gonna depend on it. Let me say that again. Time's getting ready to get rough. Okay? And all this bitterness and anger and backbiting needs to stop. So you can depend on each other. You can come together with each other. You can share among each other. That's what I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Let's just put the anger down, because who is it really hurting? It's not hurting the person that you're angry at, it's hurting you. That person is still going on about their business. And you still grieving. Your life stood still. Because you're angry, because you're upset. And you know, it's up to you. It's up to you. That's the only person it's up to is you. And like I said, you know, if they are cutting such good deals for the rich, how come you can't dream to be up in there? Let me get up in there. Let me elevate. Let me come up with an idea that would put me in that bracket. I ain't got to worry about, them that fight, let them fight. But we should be, back to DC. We should be the friendliest city in the United States of America. Washington, D.C. should be the friendliest and the safest city in the country. Why? Because we're the nation's capital. And people are coming here to spend money. Other cities have to do things to attract money. Because we are the nation's capital, money is automatically attracted to us. So instead of chasing people away, making them afraid, then let's do something to improve that, change that. Let's try a different approach. Right does work. Let me say that again. Right does work. But sometimes you have to give it time. to manifest itself. Okay? And you have to water it with belief. I don't care what people be saying and thinking. Water it with belief. Why am I dressed? I actually, sometimes I wear a tie. I'm called the Truth Conductor. That's my brand. That's the idea that God gave me. You know, now I just happen to look like a conductor. So I just picked up the name, the Truth Conductor. And it's just a messenger from God. That's all it is. Just a messenger from God. That's why. And I just, around the same time I came up with the name Truth Conductor, a few months later, I came up with Stop Hating Each Other Because You Disagree. Both of them in 2020. It's just a few months apart. And, it's just, see, if your idea is not growing in your mind, it's dead. Let me say that again. If your idea is not growing in your mind, it's dead. This is what I mean. See, somebody. I knew somebody was gonna come up with that, with the dinnerware idea. It's gonna happen this year. It's gonna happen this year. It's gonna happen this year. Yes, it is. It's gonna happen this year. And it's gonna take off like wildfire too, boy. I mean, like a bullet. Bam! It's gonna take off. Watch. I'm not, see, I've done it before. See, the stuff y'all talking about is stuff that you haven't done before. I've done this before. Okay? I've done this before. And so you're laughing at me, but at least I got the courage to try. And I bet you don't have anything on your resume that come anywhere near what I'm doing. That's what I like about it. That's what I like about it. So, that's just the way it is. That's it. But again, we're dealing with favoritism. We're dealing with accountability. Those are the things that you're going to just have to be responsible for. It's not going to be somebody else's fault anymore. And see, this is the thing about the Diddy trial that makes it so impactful, is because it finalizes some stuff. It put stuff in brackets. And this is the standard now. I don't have a need to go to Grindr. I don't have a need to do that kind of stuff. I don't have a need for that. Cause everybody can have me. You see, that's something. That's something for everybody to partake of. Everybody can't partake of me. I'm special. So you wouldn't find me on places like that. Because I ain't for everybody. Just that simple. None of your business what I am. I'm me. That's who I am. let me have some fun. Let me have some fun tonight. I'm gonna have some fun tonight. I'm not gonna block you. I want to have some fun tonight because I know the trolls up in here. What I got? 36 people. You remind me of the man I work. He was respectful. I say, yo, boy, you know my name, okay. Um. Well, you never retire. You keep moving. All retired people are dead. I know some guys, man, work 30, 35 years with driving that bus. And less than 6 months later, they dead and gone. They gone. I know they are. So you try again. What we dealing with now. People are going to have to learn how to face this adversity, how to overcome this stuff. Okay, and which means instead of 3 or 4 meals a day, you need to cut down to 1 or 2 a day. Start getting your body ready now, because you walk into the store and the shelves are bare. Okay, and you just got to learn how to survive with because you don't have the money to go and do what you need to do. Okay. um, Let me show that. Well, yeah. Um, I want you to sit down and just look at the categories that this Diddy verdict touches. All these different people that it touches that's just as guilty as him. They not, even though they not, running down the hall, beating and doing, but they flying them in. And since this now puts the advantage to that person, because that person now can file whatever charges they want because they got a record. How did I do such and such and such and such? You see, here's proof that I did such and such and such. So, well, it's not that he his they went for the juggler with Diddy. They went for the juggler. He's not supposed to do the things that he's doing, and get away with it. He's not supposed to be able to do that. Alice, it's not about being hard, more so as it teaches you perseverance. when you have to constantly be at battle with society sometimes, because people, let's face it, they're not perfect. There times they're gonna screw you over. You're gonna get screwed over. It's just that simple. But see, some people take that with bitterness and get angry, and then other people use it as fuel. Say, okay, I didn't make it there, but I still got something up my sleeve. I'll try this. Let me go that way. Okay. Well, William Torres say, why live in the past? It's not about, you live in the past when you keep um, wallowing in your well, you can always subscribe. You'll find me. That's an easy fix. Just subscribe. Live in the now. Well, how do you live in the now if you don't know where you came from, William? You probably a troll, and I'm gonna let you stay here. Oh, man, Everett, thank you for the $50, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the $50. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. See. $50. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Your hat reminds me of a train conductor. Yeah, well, it should. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Wherever you may be in the world, thank you for joining me for another edition. Well, okay, let's see what I want to look up. That's who I want to look up. Okay, you safe. All right, where am I? Stop living in the past and forgive yourself. Stop living in the past and forgive yourself. Well, what are you forgiving? If you don't know. I, but see, you say we have it hard, but look at the creativity that we develop. When see from that group, let me show you the difference. Let's see, I'll show you the difference. This is the best way I can put it to you. We followed the North Star when the sky was clear. Okay, that was our guide. But black folk are experts at landmarks. If you ask any black person today for directions, in them directions, they're gonna put you on a landmark. The Underground Railroad. That's all that is. So we actually still practice it today, because all the Underground Railroad was nicknames. That's all the Underground Railroad was, a nickname. And if you didn't understand what that nickname meant, then that's as far as you went. Bernie! Man, long time. How you been, brother? Long time. Somebody been talking about you, boy, but I good to see you, man. Glad you have been here. Thank you. I'm fine, brother. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Yeah, I am. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. That's my main man, Bernie. If for him, Everett Overton is how I met Bernie, and he's been a blessing in my life. I mean, what can I say? The man has been a blessing. So good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. But anyway, um, man, fix yourself where you gonna be. Forget about everybody else. Where you gonna be? And when you can establish where you gonna be, then you can kind of figure out what steps you're gonna have to take or not take. But just to be with the group, just because everybody else is doing it, that's not what you want to do. You want to do something different. Okay? Be you, man. Whoa, Bernie, thank you, brother. Shit, I just got me $100, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Brother just sent me some money. Just that quick. Bernie, thank you, brother. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. See, y'all. That's how good God is. That's how God works. That's how God works. It's the only thing I can say. That's how God works. When you least expect it, you'll have people pouring into your life. And that's something that God orchestrates, not something that man can orchestrate. Only God can orchestrate that. Okay? Anyway, y'all pay attention. See what it is that you can do, what idea you can come up with. Rather than sitting back complaining about what you don't have and what somebody else is doing or is not doing. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Not at all. Not the least bit. Least bit. Don't even worry about that. Just do what you need to do, and let the rest fall where it may. But do your part. Do your part. And that's what people fail to realize. Are you really doing your part? Before you sit down and throw a stone at somebody else, are you really doing your part? Have you really done your part before you cast judgment? Do your part. And once you can do that, then you'll find your way. But until then, you stay in darkness. All right, thank you, Bernie. Yes, sir. I'm still doing it, man. Thank you. Still doing it. Thank you, brother. Still doing it. Still doing it. And this is one lie that I hope whoever that clown that be talking about Bernie is no longer here around or anything. See, he just dropped me $100. You see what you did? You talked him up. You talked him up. He dropped me $100. So I appreciate you. Talk him up again. you get on here. Talk him up again. Talk him up again. That's all. That's all. My man say Trump is great. Well, Jeff, I tell you, man. I tell you what. After these new tax cuts set in place, okay, after they take effect, I should say, why don't you come back then? I think you might be a little premature. You just might be a little premature, my friend. You know, why don't you come back after this new bill, this beautiful new bill? Oh, you're a working man. Okay. Oh, you lucky enough to have a job. Are you sure your job is safe? Are you sure or you work for yourself? Or if you work for yourself, you good. But if you say you're a working man, that means you got a job. That means somebody else is in charge. Oh, your job is safe. Oh. I didn't know no job was safe now. And you put a new wrinkle on my brain. I didn't think no job was safe. Thought everybody was in jeopardy. No, nothing was off the table. And now that these cuts are going to take effect, they're just wondering, what kind of environment is it going to create? It can create one that is unbearable, because people gonna do something to survive. They're gonna have to do something to survive, and so nobody's saved. All right, nobody's saved. Nobody's saved. As a matter of fact, you're not even safe at home. And that's how bad the situation is at the moment. And they use situations like that with Diddy to keep people distracted. That's all that trial was to feed the lust of the masses of people. That's all they understand. They just wanted the lust of it. To hear all the gory details. That's all they wanted was just give me the raw, the unadulterated. Come on, man. That's just a distraction. That's all it is. Just keeps you distracted. In the meantime, while you out here with your lips pursed, and you don't want to speak to nobody, and that very person that you don't want to speak to, well, Ruben, see here, Ruben. Okay. Yes, we are saved. I walk through the valley. See, Ruben, here's the problem that I have with people such as yourself. If you're going to quote scripture, at least quote it right. You know what I'm saying? At least quote it right. See, the devil will always quote scripture, but he'll never quote it right. And the way you I walk through the valley of death. Really? I fear not, knowing God is with me. Really? Oh, you just started the Bible. Oh, that's no excuse though. Really? That's no excuse. None whatsoever. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm far from a know-it-all. but I do know how to keep my mouth closed. Yes, that's the difference in me and you. See, yeah, that's the difference in me and you. See, I'm just voicing my opinion. Just voicing. Hey, look, wait a minute. This is my life. How you gonna come up here and tell me what to do and how to act on my life? That don't work. You're on the long playground. This is the wrong play. Hey, Jamie. How you doing, Jamie? How you doing? How you doing? Okay. Sometimes you have to laugh, really. Um, the Holy Spirit will let you know when to keep your mouth closed. And also it will let you know when to and what to say. That's how powerful the Holy Spirit is. And to me, sometimes it boggles my mind. I'd be going through my phone, just looking, and this national anthem pop up, and okay, let me play this national anthem, not knowing that a person standing right next to me. A Reuben King. Happiness is good for the soul, man. It is. And a lot of people miss it. A lot of people miss happiness. A lot of people don't have a reason to be happy. And that's the tragedy. And a lot of these young kids don't have a reason, don't have a reason. Because everything that they've trusted, everything that they've believed has let them down. Let them down. And you want me to trust again? You want me to believe again? When I did, look what you did to me. Look how you treated me. See, this is what we're dealing with every day. Every day. Every day. I don't any just national any. I don't care. I don't care what national anthem I be playing. Somebody standing right next to me. I didn't even know who was it. I was just thinking about that. So, but tomorrow I'll be out tomorrow. I'll be out tomorrow. I'll be out. They better treat me swell too tomorrow. And they know I'm gonna talk about them. I ain't joking. I'm gonna talk about them. They don't treat me right tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about them. I sure am. I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna talk about you. Yes, I am. Bernie, you back? What's going on, brother? Thank you, man. Thank you. I can tell you, Bernie, man. Bernie and Everett, praise God. Wow. That's my day. Made my day. Made my day. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Anyway, I'm about to I'm gonna head out of here, and again, thank you, man. I appreciate you, Bernie. Thank you, brother. Thank you. A blessing, always a blessing in my life, always. Always a blessing in my life. Um, and see, this is what I want you to understand. And sometimes it's the little simple things that that come along, and God will open up some doors to make things possible. Like I told y'all, I mean, since I've been in this hotel, my overdraft, man, I went for my overdraft. I don't know what I would do. And May, I didn't need my overdraft. Had a little bit of money in the bank. June, didn't need the overdraft. Started out July, didn't need the overdraft. And let's see what it's going to build into. And God keep blessing you. God will keep opening up doors for you. Okay? Okay, thank you. Make sure you subscribe. You'll find me. I'm not hard to find. I'm not, cause ain't nobody came up with this idea today. I would have been knotted up, but I just said, you know what? I've been like this all day. I might as well go on close out the night this way. Yeah, I am, man. I'm going to bed now. Thank you for the blessing too, Bernie. Thank you. Okay. But y'all be strong. You're gonna go through some stuff. You're gonna be challenged with some stuff. Now you can do one or two things. You can respond and react the way Diddy did, or Cassie did. Okay. Or give but see, in order, I'm glad she said that. Jamie said, never give up or give in. But in order to not do that, your mind has to be busy. I'm not talking about in a negative way either. Because you got some busy minds out here that with some negative behavior, and that's all they getting. Okay, I am Jamie. See, so oh yeah, I saw this guy. They wouldn't let you live stream. I saw Jamie. I saw up wherever you was at a funeral or something, that they wouldn't let you live stream. Y'all ever straighten that out? Well, Glorious, you know, a mindset is more than a notion. You know, that's more than a notion. Your mindset, because and see, and the reason I say that is because you got so many voices that want to be the default voice that a lot of people what's going on, Jeff? A lot of people don't know what's what, or who's who, because they don't know what voice to listen to, because they got so many voices that are battling to be that default voice. and this person, and most people don't take the time to sit down and really try to understand who's, what's going on inside of them. That's why it's easier to blame a folk. Okay, so he was 57. Okay, yeah. Wow. 57 years old, man. That ain't no life. You ain't even scratched the surface yet at 57. But nothing is promised though. And that's what no medical treatment. Wow. Well, hmm. Well, the sad part is you don't get but one chance. Okay? In the DC jail. Oh man. Uh I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. But, uh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I told you. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. And he was a veteran. Okay. Uh, oh man, happy birthday, Jeff. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. May you have many more. Anyway, tomorrow I'm gonna be downtown, so I'm going to get me some rest. I'm going to try to rest up a little bit because I will be out tomorrow. I will be. I definitely will be out tomorrow. That's for sure. So I'm going and get me some rest now. And man, I appreciate Everett and Bernie. Man, thank y'all. Thank you. I will, Jamie. Thank y'all very much. Okay. So I'll see y'all. I'm out. See you later.